In every age, love has been both a blessing and a battlefield. The Greeks carved it into stone. The Egyptians offered it to their gods. Men across time have fallen to their knees before it, blinded by its light and burned by its fire. Yet the wise never prayed for love alone. They prayed for discernment, for the strength to know when devotion turns into destruction. In the temple of Anubis, judgment was never about sin. It was about weight. A man's heart was placed on one side of the scale, a feather on the other. If the heart carried guilt, deceit, or obsession, it sank. The devourer waited. The ancients believed that peace was not earned through purity, but through balance. Love works the same way. When it becomes heavier than peace, the soul begins to drown. You feel it when silence turns cold, when trust feels fragile, when your own reflection looks like a stranger's. That is not love. That is attachment pretending to be purpose. True love does not demand your surrender. It does not feed on your peace to prove its depth. It moves in harmony with truth. The moment you feel your heart growing heavier, the lesson has begun. You are being called to remember what the ancients already knew, that love without clarity becomes a cage, and that the one who dares to let go is the one who truly understands it. People are taught that forgiveness heals all pain, that love must survive every wound. But the old world knew better. The sages warned that forgiveness without transformation is not mercy, it is weakness. To excuse what dishonors you is to wound yourself twice. First through the act, then through your acceptance of it. When you forgive what violates your dignity, you do not rise above pain. You sink deeper into it. You teach the one who harmed you that there is no price for betrayal. You call your silence peace, but it is fear dressed as virtue. There are actions that rot the soul if allowed to remain close. Lies repeated, promises broken without remorse, manipulation disguised as care. To accept these is to stand against your own reflection. The ancients called this the sin against the self, the moment when a person kneels before what destroys them. Forgiveness is sacred only when followed by change. Without it, it becomes surrender in disguise. The wise do not hold hatred, but they do not invite poison back into their cup. To protect your peace is not cruelty. It is clarity. It always begins quietly. A smile, a promise, the warmth of being seen. You tell yourself this time will be different. That love will fix what history has already warned you about. The unease in your chest whispers, but you call it fear. You mistake attachment for depth. You call tolerance strength. You ignore the small betrayals because you want to believe in the story more than the reality. You say you are being patient. You are not. You are closing your eyes and calling it faith. The poets wrote about this blindness long before us. Orpheus looked back when he was told not to. Samson revealed his secret for the comfort of affection. Achilles chose pride and called it honor. Each lost more than they ever imagined. Not because they were fools, but because they believed emotion could rewrite truth. Every generation repeats this cycle. We walk into the same fire thinking we will not burn. We name obsession devotion. We confuse rescue with love. But love does not demand the death of awareness. It demands presence. The moment you must betray your peace to keep someone, you are no longer in love. You are an illusion. There are betrayals that no heart should forgive. When deceit becomes routine, when mockery replaces respect, when control hides beneath affection. These are not lapses in judgment. They are reflections of worth. To lie again and again is to tell you that truth holds no value. To dismiss your pain is to declare your emotions irrelevant. To shape your choices through guilt or fear is to treat your freedom as danger. Each act chips away at the bond, one fragment at a time, until trust becomes dust. The ancients understood this law. Once a sacred vow was broken, even the gods withdrew their favor. Because honor, once cracked, does not heal through words. It heals through distance. There is no virtue in staying loyal to what disrespects you. There is no strength in tolerating corrosion and calling it forgiveness. You owe it to yourself to walk away from what refuses to honor truth. For every time you stay, you teach betrayal that it is safe in your presence. And once betrayal feels safe, love cannot survive. Most people forgive because they fear the weight of their own solitude. They mistake endurance for loyalty and patience for virtue. They believe that surviving pain proves love is strong. It does not. It proves that the soul has been trained to obey suffering. The shadow of forgiveness is self-erasure. You bend, compromise, and yield until the face staring back at you is a stranger. You defend what once shocked you. You rationalize what once felt intolerable. This is how the heart decays, silently, respectfully, under the guise of healing. Every compromise without honor chips away at your essence. Every pardon without change teaches the world that your boundaries are optional. True strength is not in tolerating the intolerable. It is in holding space for your own worth, in recognizing that peace cannot coexist with repeated betrayal. Forgiveness is sacred only when it restores, never when it erodes. Every time you tolerate what harms you, you strengthen the hand that harms. Forgiven betrayal becomes repeated betrayal. Disrespect accepted becomes the standard. The ancients knew this truth. Energy follows pattern. What is allowed persists. What is confronted changes. When you remain silent before violation, you signal that your boundaries are optional. You teach that your peace can be traded for convenience. Each act of compliance chips away at self-respect. Each compromise erodes your sense of worth. True power lies in recognizing what cannot be endured. To confront is not vengeance. It is protection. To walk away is not failure. It is preservation. Your life and your soul are heavier than any act of deception or cruelty. Guard them. There is another way. The path of awakening begins the moment you choose peace over attachment. When you stop searching for closure from the one who harmed you and create it within yourself. When you stop glorifying pain and start restoring discipline, the transformation begins. The one who leaves the unforgivable behind is not bitter. They are renewed. They have seen what love without respect becomes. They have felt the weight of compromise and recognized its cost. They do not cling to illusion. They choose clarity over chaos, self-respect over surrender, and freedom over fear. To walk away is not defeat. It is reclamation. It is the first step toward a life unburdened by betrayal, where peace is not a reward. It is a standard. The ancient texts say the purest souls walk light because they carry no guilt for betraying themselves. True love asks for trust, not submission. It grows through respect, not sacrifice. It does not demand you surrender your worth to prove devotion. The lesson is clear. What destroys your peace cannot be healed by forgiveness. What shatters your boundaries cannot be made safe through love. To forgive the unforgivable is to place your heart in the flames and call the ashes healing. Do not wait for understanding. Do not linger for change. Walk away before you burn. Guard your soul. Preserve your dignity. True love will not require you to lose yourself to prove it exists. If this spoke to you, subscribe to my channel Stoic 95 for more guidance on strength, self-respect, and emotional mastery. Share your thoughts in the comments. What boundaries will you no longer compromise?